Now I had to re-record this video and re-upload this video. The first time I posted it, my Elgato froze and all y'all had was audio and no actual footage, so I apologize for that. Make sure you do drop a like, sub, turn on post notifications. It is very much appreciated and it'll definitely help since the noties on this probably got messed up. But regardless, today I'm going to be giving y'all my jump shot. We're going to be going over a secret tip that I've been using to green insane amount of shots with square. And then we're also going to talk about rhythm shooting after the update and talk about if that's changed at all. You feel me? If you guys have any video requests at all, leave them in the comment section. The majority of the videos I post are requested by y'all. So if there's anything at all you want to see, just let me know. And if it gets requested enough, it'll be on the channel immediately. With that being said, let's hop into everything that I want to show you guys. First things first, it shouldn't be frozen now. But let me give y'all the jump shot. If you're interested in tall guard jump shots like 6'6", 6'10", anything like that, just check out my recent jump shot video, because in that video I cover jump shots for every height. In today's video, I'm really just going to be giving y'all the new tips I've been using to shoot and talk about rhythm shooting, because I've seen a lot of comments in my, comment section talking about rhythm shooting after the update. So this is the jump shot. When it comes to this method I've been using, now this is going to sound really weird, but to me, this is the easiest way to shoot consistently on this game. Now the first thing for me is I feel like set point is the easiest visual cue to see out of all of these. Jump, set point, push, release. Now I could be wrong, but personally in the for example, this year compared to last year, I feel like the visual cues are off a little bit. I feel like they're a little bit different than they were last year, but I feel like set point is the one that stays super consistent. That's not the method. Now let me show you guys the method with set point here and how you guys can adjust this to your jump shot to do something super cheesy. Now the method here is this, right? This works really good for spot up. So if you're a spot up, I'm telling you this will increase your shooting percent insanely if you master this. It works really good for all standstills, whether you have high or low stamina. If it's a standstill, it'll work. So with that being said, let's talk about the method, right? So the first thing I was sitting there thinking of is set point is my favorite cue to use, but at the same time, I wanted to see if there was any way that I could actually program square to where I just hold it, let go, and it's green pretty much every single time. I don't have to really hold it any longer. All I do is just really press down square long enough to get the jump shot to activate, then let go, and it's green pretty much every time on standstills. Now this still requires skill for fades. It still requires skill for other type of shots, more contested shots. Obviously it's not going to be that easy, but it's still going to help you guys a lot. And for me, it's really consistent, especially for spot ups. I just like using set point regardless, but the way you could tweak this, let me show you guys how you can actually set this up for any jump shot. So my jump shot, the way it works is as soon as I hit square and I'm getting ready to go in that shot, you guys are seeing you pretty much start off in a set point form immediately. So as soon as I let go and actually get into the jump shot, I don't have to hold square at all to get to set point. I just let go of square. So it's not about holding it, it's about letting go fast enough. Does that make sense? So with that being said, I programmed it to where, when you shoot, you're going to go into set point immediately. Now all you have to do from here is figure out, okay, if it says slightly early a lot of times, if you're holding square and letting go as fast as you can and it says slightly early a whole bunch of times, then what you would do is you would go to the visual cue settings and you would turn down your visual cue just a little bit so that it would start greening. But as you guys could see, the way I got it, I have a consistent rhythm to where I green pretty much everything. Like it's so consistent for me, and it's the same way in the park. I know, my court isn't the most accurate shooting place, but I promise you the shooting it's just as easy to shoot like this in the park with this method. It's super easy, catch and shoots. It's insane. So that's the method that I've been using to green a lot with square. I mean, you're really just holding square just long enough to get the shot to activate and letting go. And if you see it says slightly early a lot, then all you got to do, you see, that's going to say very early because I just double tapped it. But if you let go and it says slightly early a lot, then just adjust it a little bit. Or if it says slightly late a lot, adjust it a little bit. All you have to do is adjust it to where pretty much as soon as you hold square, you let go of it. And you don't have to time anything. It's just letting go as fast as you can. It's not anything about, you guys are seeing this, right? Like the shooting is super consistent. Sometimes I'll get a slightly early depending on my catch animation. But if you're doing the method and you're looking at your cue at the same time, since set point is so easy to look at, if you're looking at it and you're, thinking about the method, letting go as fast as possible, that combination, I promise you, you're going to be chicken with this. It's honestly one of the easiest shooting methods, and it's made square a lot easier for me to shoot with because I transitioned to rhythm shooting when rhythm shooting was really good. Now, to jump topic real quick and talk about rhythm shooting, let me make sure. All right, this still isn't frozen, so y'all should still be seeing everything. But to talk about rhythm shooting real quick before we wrap the video up, a lot of people have been asking me how I feel about it after patch, if it's just completely trash now or what the case may be. A lot of people are jumping quick to conclusions about it. And as somebody who used it before it got patched the first time, after the first patch, and then after this second patch, you guys see me hit a white. That's one thing. After the new patch, this was my first time hitting a white since the game dropped on high risk reward. So I'm on high risk reward hitting whites with rhythm shooting, and that has never happened before this patch. Now, when it comes to rhythm shooting itself, when the game first dropped, I'm going to basically explain to you how I feel these patches affected rhythm shooting, and then I'm going to give you my opinion on if I think rhythm shooting is still worth it or not. So, the first before patch, when the game first dropped, rhythm shooting felt like it was so easy to green with, you didn't even need to really time it. It felt effortlessly. It felt like you could just green it on the rip. It felt so easy to green with, easier than anything else. That's how it felt in the beginning. The first patch dropped, and I feel like that shrunk the green window just a bit to where you had to really actually look at the cues now, and you actually have to time it a bit more. It's not as easy to just effortlessly green with it. That's what I noticed off the first patch. It didn't necessarily make it any worse. You could still go 6 for 6. You could still have amazing shooting games. You just had to be more accurate. It wasn't that easy to just flick the sticks and boom, it's green every time, even if you're not trying. So that's what the first patch did. And then this recent patch, what I think this one did, I think that it sort of just messed with the timings of it. I don't think it changed the green window at all because I'm still greening and I'm making whites now. So I don't think it really messed with the green window of it. I just think that they either messed with the paddles specifically for Xbox, and whatever way they did that, I'm not sure. But honestly, I don't think after this patch, I think they may have did a minor adjustment to where, here and there you'll get a different speed jumper, kind of like regular shooting with square. I think they nerfed it to where the speeds are a little different now. You'll get worse animations here and there, here and there though. I think that's basically what they did. They just changed around the speed of it, and they just, messed with the animations a little bit and made it a little bit less smooth. That's what it feels like to me, at least. But it's still solid. I'm not gonna say it's completely trash because I think it's really good still. I still green pretty good with it. But I think one thing that I've always believed in 2K is you gotta have an amazing bag. You gotta be able to do everything, and if you don't know how to do everything, then I'm not saying that's a problem because there's a lot of people who are just centers and they play center. They're not gonna hop on a guard and combo up. But if you're a point guard, I feel like you need to know everything. You need to know every combo you could possibly learn everything. There's never a time as a point guard where you know everything. There's always something to be learned. There's always more you could do, more combos you could add to your bag. There's always something you can do as a guard. With that being said, I feel like you should always be open to everything. You should be able to rhythm shoot and shoot with square. You should be able to do everything in every 2K, or at least try to, because rhythm shooting was super OP at the beginning of this year, and it's still pretty good for the people that know how to use it. But at the same time, 2K is always going to have that. They had shot aiming in 2K21. There's always an exploit with something new that comes out, or it ends up just being super cheesy. So I would say learn everything you possibly can and never try to limit your bag. As far as rhythm shooting, I don't think it sucks. I think you can still green pretty consistent with it. And if you mix it with square, I don't see you having any problems at all if you're an elite shooter. Other than that, that's my method to shoot better with square. My opinion on rhythm shooting after the update. That's my jump shot for my small guard. If y'all want the 6'6", 6'10 jump shot, just go ahead, check out the video I posted a couple days ago. And if you have any requests, just leave them in the comments, because I promise you I will try my best to get to every single video request.